Hey folks, Nick Tockert here with Nick Knows Nerf. You'll forgive me if I'm a little more excited than usual. We have to travel back in time before we get into what we're doing. It is the late 80s, early 90s. A small device has lived in infamy, that being the Nintendo Entertainment System. Home of Mario, home of Zelda, but for the purpose of this, home of Duck Hunt. Now, Duck Hunt, which most people are familiar, womp womp, was all about, using a light gun to pew pew your way through ducks, but it had a second mode, the clays, which two little discs would go pew pew, and you'd have to shoot them, and you get scores for different points, how far you shot them. I lived behind the Nintendo Zapper. The Nintendo Zapper, that pistol, corded, an amazing, simple system. I spent hours at full extension, as far as I could get out, on a very small TV, going pew, pew, and blasting my way through. As soon as Nerf also became a thing, because these are parallel, one of my first thoughts was to look at this beautiful controller and go, this peripheral, just give me one of these that shoots something. Because I lived behind the grips inside. Those of us of that age understood that the Nintendo Zapper was the superior grip and firing layout. And to this day, if I could get one that dispensed freedom, as they might say, to avoid certain things, I would. But a device was made by one of the people who love what we do as Nerf, as foam flingers. And I'm not really sure how much I can advertise how it got, because it was, bought on eBay. And it's a conversion of an X-Shot Micro. One of the reshells. But I saved up for a couple months to make sure I had enough side money to do this. And it was not terribly expensive. But for me, not terribly expensive is very different than most other people. I could right now buy another X. I have to unbox this device. And I'm not showing my unboxing spoon too much, because what is in my hand is an unboxing spoon. Well, I don't want to, dox myself too much either. But it came in. And my duckies, I have not been more excited. Why is this not a live stream? Well, I could have. However, if I did a live stream, as much as I love my chat, oh, duckies, it would be distracting. And I did not want to be distracted. Now I have a tiny printed receipt. I have the individual who made it, and I am very appreciative. I may have to order, if it works, I'm going to have to order more in a couple colors. Look. Now, the next video I do will probably involve me seeing if I can find my old Zapper. Is 3D printed, so there's a. Oh, my friends. Oh, there's those sights. There's just a lifetime of flinging foam. Oh, God. I want you guys to look at this before I even put Dart in it. The snapper. This thing. I would beg Nintendo to do one canonically, but this grip, it's my body knows it. It remembers. Yes, this is a single shot. I don't think it needs anything other than a dart just shoved in the end. But I'm so excited, I don't think I even have a full length dart handy. Okay, let me grab something. Your half dart. The only thing I can think to do is put you in. Pull that. Oh, wait a second. I may have to check something. This may have an. Okay, it's a single. It will either shoot one or multiples. Lydia's my undead office assistant. Let me see. Can you guys see Lydia? Oh, the cable's going to spin this thing all wonky, isn't it? Okay, well, I'll just hold that. Not bad. Does it have much power? Not really. That wasn't a great dart. And I think this is more geared to full length. But that's not what it's about, is it? It's about. Oh, that went much better. Okay. Now, there's some slight issues with the print quality. Not going to lie. But I will tell you, I'm going to say go on eBay and look around. I can't. The diagonal, it got a little chipped. But my friends, I feel like the freaking king of the world. This is exactly what Nerf means to me. The absolute glorious farce of a snapper. I gotta have more darts around here somewhere. Ha ha! I have a cache. I have a secret stash. I almost fell over. And you know what? I don't care. Because I have a Nerf, a foam flinging Zapper. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. Obviously, there isn't room in this frame for an actual magazine or and keep the firing, sleekness. But man, I can't get over this. Got a slight bulge to reinforce, I think, the barrel. I don't know. But guys, I may just email the creator of this, and I'll send him the link to this video once this is up, and check if it's something he wants. I believe it's a he wants me to advertise. If I do, I will definitely put a link into it, because guys, if you are at all into flinging foam, if you are at all, oh jeez, I can't stop shooting this. This is definitely one of those that I would call an anti-tactical blaster, in that this is not for going to a Nerf war. This is not excessively overpowered. But this is about the happiest thing a fella can have that he can talk about on a open Nerf channel. So I will be reaching out to the person who made this particular view. Oh, it's actually not bad. I mean, hear that click? It even sounds right. It's gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. And I can't get over it. I honestly cannot get over how amazing this is. So yes, I know this is a little video. I'm out of localized darts again. Let me get into my stash without losing my chair. I think I got, okay, I got 2/3 dart. That works. And again, this is not a blaster for practical use. Oh, but it's so good. I'm actually going to do a range test on this later because this is powered by, I believe, a X-Shot Micro 2. So you're getting, I would guess, but high 70s, low 80s. Nothing to scoff at. I mean, no, this is not Hyper Pro. But danged if it isn't cool. If I ever become a rich man, I will get one of these like CNC'd. I'm crazy enough to do that. And then with CNC'd, have them put like a K26 in there and just make an absolute sniper. But I can't get over it. You have to understand, I swear my hand formed to this grip. If you talk to gamers my age, you will understand. Oh my God. So yes, while some of the angle print got a little dorked, and honestly, I think it may have been beat up in shipping, the important parts are there. We all got a little kid inside us, a little part that never really grew up, and part that wants a few things. When I redo in here, this beautiful Zapper will have a place of honor. It will have a place of prestige somewhere in my study, but it'll also have a place where it is absolutely in reach. Because this is a childhood dream. And it's one of two types of blaster that I truly lust for that are a little hard to find and a little IP shady. Probably need to tighten that screw just a little bit. That's okay. But I don't want to put it down. So guys, I can't give you the link, but if you look on Amazon, and not on Amazon, on eBay, you can find somebody who does this. I think you can find the printable files for it elsewhere. I just haven't figured out my 3D printers. You'll know I do when I bang out one of these. And then the hardware, I believe, is taken from the blaster that they harvest the spring and coils from. I don't know. I just know that right now, though it's not perfect, it has made me a very, very happy fat little man. And you know what? If you're of our generation, it probably will do that for you too. So guys, I know it's a quick one, but I also know that it's worth it. So keep chasing the dream, keep flinging foam, and maybe sometime I'll tell you about the other blaster I'm lusting for. Till then, be kind to yourself and each other, okay, folks? You can get off the screen after you're done watching and liking my videos. Go out and fling some foam. It's good for everybody. All right, folks. Toodles.